All right, everyone. We are back. It's us, the people with collectible amiibos, and we are gonna play more of Star Wars: Age of Rebellion.
They're not actually amiibos.
Oh,
To you.
sorry. Pop
Funko.
figure, fun. These things, okay? They're okay.
You're a
these
real
things.
good nerd.
I don't
Yeah,
have
I'm a
any.
really bad nerd. Before we start, Frosty Reaper asked us to show our character stats and everything, so there they are. And yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it. We just docked into Docking Bay D, which is home of the Big Black Work Crew, and is apparently kind of sketchy too. So.
I'm not a scientist. Your little banner things.
Oh, is it? Thank you for letting me know. I'll fix that right now.
Let's
What is your
let's
what
go
is
ahead
your
and
actual
get that
class?
quick species and class of everybody, starting with Anthony. Just species and what your class is. Just
Well, I'm not a scientist, but I'll tell you what I am, and that is an agitator of droid variety. I'm a droid agitator.
Do you agitate droids, or are you just a droid that agitates other things?
Very agitating droid.
Okay, just in general. Cool.
that's how that goes.
That's all I got.
What about you, Zabo?
I am a Tigretta Commando. So
You're a Hakuna Matata? Really?
No.
Not even, no one? Come on.
I laughed silently.
Thank you.
I laughed on the inside.
Yes.
that's about it for me too. I mean, what else do you want me to?
That's fine. I am a human scout. And Emily, what are you?
I'm a Twi'lek smuggler scoundrel.
Cool.
I am a human GM,
Space Master.
level 1000.
Alrighty.
You guys land
There
without
you go.
much of a problem, unless you have a bad pilot, which I don't think you do.
Okay.
I don't
At
think
one
so.
point piloting, so we're good.
Yeah, we're qualified.
Yep.
Cool. So when we land, I'm gonna actually just recommend that I stay on the ship, or near the ship, and what I'd like to do, and let me know if this is just impossible, or else I'm just stuck on the ship doing nothing. I want to use my gun. It's big, but I mainly just want to scout it out and kind of like find a good vantage point to kind of act as a scout for the team.
Okay.
And be
You're looking-
indirectly watching from above or the shadows or wherever.
Be a sniper.
I want to be a sniper.
Are you looking for high ground?
I'm looking for a vantage point. It doesn't necessarily have to be high ground.
Okay. You said you want to stay with the ship, though?
Well, I didn't know if staying with the ship would provide me an advantageous position or not.
Probably not.
Okay.
Because if you're inside the ship, then in order to fully utilize your sniper powers,
I'd have to open the door and shoot out the ship.
you'd have to either open the door or shoot through a window, which is counterproductive to space travel. I don't know if you know that.
Wait,
Not
you
for
serious?
me.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
I'm good.
Just Sable, though. Yeah.
I have a
relevant
spacesuit,
relevant
so
question.
I'd be fine too.
Relevant question: Does our spaceship have spacesuits in it?
For emergency purposes, I would say probably yes.
Emergencies like a hole through a window?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
They're like the one-time use disposable spacesuits, though. You know,
Right. Good to know.
What about mine, Mike?
yours is maybe 2 times use.
Money well spent.
Yours is a full-on, bona fide, legitimate spacesuit.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Probably looks like the ones from the new Star Trek movie.
Oh, cool.
Fancy.
That's how I picture it, anyway.
Okay. So, I guess staying with the ship is not a good idea, but I
Right.
am looking, is there, like, a place to be advantageously positioned.
As far as vantage points, yeah, there's throughout most of the landing pad, you can see there's some raised platforms that you would imagine are probably where the leaders of the work gangs or the crew would stand in order to yell orders at people, you know?
Okay.
So you can probably get up on one of those.
Are there people up there that I would have to
Not at the
work
moment.
with? Okay. Okay. Um, I open the ship door, and is there anyone there when we open the ship door, like, that would come in and be like, "Hey, why are you here?" etc. Customs.
No.
Sweet. I strap on my rifle and I walk to the nearest, very casually. Actually, I should probably tell everyone what I'm doing first. I walk outside of the ship and wait for everyone else to come outside of the ship.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
If you're looking around at some of the other people that are walking around, it's not uncommon to see people with like blaster pistols
Okay.
out in the open on their hips and
Okay.
stuff like that. You don't see
Sure.
really very many people, if any, with large, heavy blaster rifles on their back. But you know,
Girls got to do what a girl's got to do.
I've got a blaster pistol, so I guess I could just carry that in the normal place and look the part.
Yeah, I straight up walk out with my axe. I'm not even trying to hide it.
Oh, boy.
I'm just like, this is my axe.
So we're all
it's
just
really
shameless.
big. Yeah.
Good
done
for
with
us.
the whole hiding and sneaking around thing.
Yeah. What about Bebo?
I don't have a big axe. I'm a robot.
Okay.
Like, I have
What does Beeble do with his dart gun?
my dart pistol. Might as well be attached to me. It's not.
You have it like attached
It's
to
not
your
very
waist or
ostentatious.
something?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Cool. So I get out and I say, okay, guys. When we were coming in here, I mean, obviously you guys can tell it doesn't look exactly like it doesn't look like Pask's part of town. And if we are looking out for any gang members that have a telltale sign, like a big black tattoo, then I would like to maybe get a vantage point and do some recon for you guys. I just checked. Does everyone have comlinks? Right?
I believe that everyone got.
So
That's how I told you to push my button.
Was I supposed
That's
to buy that?
During character creation?
I have a data pad.
Yeah, that
Um,
functions as a comlink too.
Okay.
I don't have a comlink.
Would you like to retcon that you have a comlink? Because any self-respecting rebel scum would have it.
Maybe there's a spare
mean-
one on the ship, and you're like, "Oh, this seems nice."
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna need a friend.
Comlinks, you know, they're super basic stuff. I don't have a problem with just saying that you guys all have comlinks.
Okay.
You know.
That's
Cool.
fair.
So, yeah, I go ahead and just kind of motion to the comm link and say, I'll be in contact with you guys, but I'm going to go up one of these. What did you call it?
They're like just raised platforms.
Right.
They're probably you have to climb a ladder to get in. They're probably 12 feet high or something.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything above those?
The ceiling,
Is there any rafters or anything in the ceiling?
nothing within reach. No.
Okay, I'm not talking about within reach. I have climbing equipment and a gun. What?
Yeah, there's. If you're talking about like
Fuck
all the way up
roof.
on the dome ceiling, like 50, 60 feet up in the air, then yeah, there's rafters.
Okay. Alright.
Probably some catwalks if you're looking for that kind of thing.
I love catwalks.
Catwalks.
Bust out your
right?
dress.
That might be. I'm not in the dress, thank goodness. Yeah, I go ahead and just start walking that way toward one of the nearest ladders,
Okay.
and get ready to climb up.
Ladder to the raised platform or ladder to the catwalk.
To the raised platform, which I assume is the first step to getting to the catwalk.
I mean, the raised platforms, they're kind of like in the middle of the loading bay, right? So if you imagine the loading bay is a big open area where ships come and land and get offloaded.
Okay.
The raised platforms are sporadically placed throughout the middle of that area, so they're not on the edges or anything like that. They're kind of
Okay. Then I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go toward catwalks.
Okay. So in order to get up into the catwalks, you'd have to go to the edges of the loading platform
Mhm.
and go inside, most likely. And there's going to be either elevators or staircases that go up to the upper levels where there's catwalks and such.
Okay. Am I expecting? This seems kind of like a back alleyway that not many people. It's not like I'm like expecting guards to be on the stairway.
From initial glance, you don't see anyone necessarily guarding
Sure.
the stairway, but you would know that most of the time those are for authorized personnel only. And if you do get caught up there, then you would require some form of identification papers or something along those lines to show that you're allowed to be there. And convincing someone of that would be more difficult when they see that you have a sniper rifle.
Fair enough. I walk toward the door and I kind of lean up against the I guess the door to the staircase,
Okay.
and I'm just kind of leaning up against it for now.
Okay.
And I put on my scanner goggles and I'm just kind of standing there.
Looks like a big nerd standing over by the door with his silly goggles.
Yep. I'm like leaning against the door, like looking out at everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does everyone else want to do? Your alleged task is to attempt to find Raph.
I'm ready to go looking for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
I do the
stride down
same.
the ramp. Yeah, I just stride down the ramp. I don't wait. I just walk straight out and just start like look around, and I'm like, what should we do?
Such confidence.
It's a follower, not a leader.
Well, I figure we should probably stick together because is it evening now?
It didn't take you guys very long
Okay.
to go relocate your ship, so
So he's
I
probably
had
still with
to-
people.
yeah, if I had to put a time on it, it would probably be between 3 and 4 p.m.
Okay. Well, then probably we'll want to stick together in some fashion then. Aside from Lark, who's a woman on a mission.
Oops.
Oh, it's okay. So shall we just go and look around?
Yeah, what do we
You
see?
guys, you can attempt to ask people if they know where Raph is. There's probably a pretty good chance that someone would be able to direct you to him, especially if you inquire like that you're looking for possible work. Then that would get you a pretty good chance of having someone point you in the right direction.
Yeah, so Zabo gets that idea, and he just walks up to the nearest person and he just looks them straight in the eyes. I mean, he's this big dude with an axe, and he's just like, "Sir, where is?" And then he kind of like zones out for a sec, and then he's like, "Raph."
And why do you want to know?
Looking for some work.
Well, Raph might be able to get you some work, but I'll tell you, Zach, he's right that way, and he can probably get you some better work than Raph can. Raph, he has a tendency to, how shall I his workers don't stick around long. Zach, on the other hand, he's a good guy. He gets you some work. I can introduce him if you like.
Does he know Raph personally by any chance?
Personally, I think they fought a time or two. If you call that personally, then yeah, they know personally.
I
That
call
is
that personally.
Hmm.
Who won the fight?
Well, Zach, of course.
Hmm.
That's
I
how
wish-
how he tells it he had Raph running like a little girl.
I wish to get personal with Raph.
Oh, if that's the case, then Zach's definitely a man to talk to. Come on. And he starts trying to lead you towards a group of individuals.
I am led.
I look around. I turn around toward the staircase with my scanner goggles on, and I'm kind of looking up the stairwell. I imagine it's kind of within some sort of thing, like it's in another
Yeah.
room. There's a door, so I'm looking like kind of at the wall that's in front of me to kind of try to see if there's any life signs on the other side.
Like inside the stairwell kind of a thing?
In the stairwell.
Currently, no. There
Okay.
are not.
I remove my scanner goggles and I walk in, very casually.
Casually walking?
Yep.
Okay. Let's roll some dice. because
Great.
that-
I love to roll dice whenever I get to try to do things.
Please roll skullduggery.
I love to skull dig. All right. Am I ready?
Your dice pool should be set. Yep.
Ooh.
You're very sneaky, sir.
Yeah.
And I don't know why your force dice is still showing up because it's showing a 0
Yeah,
in
neither
your
do I.
dice pool. Oh well, we'll just ignore it and hopefully that'll be resolved next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are not going to get noticed, on
At
your way
all.
up to the catwalk, and you can use that triumph, and you're going to be able to find a really good spot up there on the catwalks to
Okay.
keep a vantage point on pretty much everything that's going on.
Okay,
And
cool.
it also happens to be quite well hidden.
Good. Perfect.
Because you got a triumph. And that's one of the things.
Hey.
Atta girl.
Thanks, Bay.
So you up in the catwalks, and you have no trouble keeping an eye on all the goings on.
Cool.
And you see your party of adventurers, your friends,
Yeah.
walking towards a group of people.
I raise my gun on them just to like use the scope from my
Okay.
concealed position, and I'm looking for any black dots.
Are you looking at the group that they're walking towards?
Currently, yeah.
No, there's no black dots.
Then when I see that there are no black dots, I kind of like turn my attention elsewhere.
Okay.
I'm looking elsewhere for black dots, basically.
Let's see. We can perception. We're gonna roll some perception,
Sure.
sir.
I'm ready when you are.
I am ready. Okay. Your force dice is still there. I don't know why. Oh well.
I don't know either. Oh well.
So successful, but threat. So you're able to pick out a specific area of the dock that looks like it has a higher concentration of people that have black dots.
And where is that?
It's across the way a ways from where the group is heading now.
Okay.
Most of the black dots that are tattooed on people, they're either on the forearm, bicep area, and some of them are on the hand.
Okay.
Generally speaking, that's where they're located.
Okay.
There's people with those tattoos walking every which way throughout the loading dock, but it seems like most of them are concentrated in that area.
Okay. And what's the threat?
So, threat. What can we have be the threat? I think that we're gonna have across the crosswalk, like not from where you came in, but the other side.
Sure.
One of the doors opens up,
Okay.
and a Imperial Navy officer,
Officer?
trooper. We'll
Okay.
just do it. Basic trooper, not an officer.
Okay.
Just walks up and looks to be looking around, and we'll have you roll stealth.
Okay.
And I'll have
How big is the catwalk? Just to like give me a mental image. Like not how
It-
wide it is, because I imagine it's not very wide, but like how far away is this guy?
this guy's probably 75 yards away.
So if you had to use one of these combat range circles, which one would you
Yeah.
use, Michael?
Let's take you guys over there. Bop. See, combat range circles. So
And Zabo was supposed to be the bloodthirsty one.
I'm not bloodthirsty. I'm just asking. I'm about intelligence. I'm just
Sure.
gathering all the intelligence I can.
Excuse me?
I didn't say you're not intelligent.
Rude.
So if you're here,
I am there.
engaged, Lark, then
Hey,
we can
Get it?
call
Michael, did you get it?
range. No, I didn't.
I'm in the engaged ring.
You are
Whoa.
Whoa. Sorry.
probably medium range is what I would call that.
Okay. Medium engaged.
You're mediumly engaged,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
yeah, we'll have you roll that stealth check.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
What do these buttons do?
Which buttons?
The colored buttons above them.
All right. Are you ready for me to roll my stealth check?
Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
many cool
Okay.
things.
Okay. So he spots you
Okay.
from across the catwalk and waves and starts walking towards you. And
I immediately stand up and very like without moving my mouth much, I go in the comm links. I go catwalk minor problem, and then I just kind of I salute whatever the imperial salute is. I do that.
initially he doesn't appear to have noticed that you have a rifle yet.
Ow.
That's the advantage. I'm giving you that advantage. Zero advantage. So you were crouched, I imagine most likely behind a crate of some sort, and he didn't notice the rifle, but he did see you, and
Okay.
so he's walking towards you.
Cool. So I I put the rifle down, kind of leaning against the crates, and then I like take off my jacket, and kind of like I fan myself as I'm doing this, and I like take off my jacket and put it over the gun, kind of like hanging over the corner of the crate, so it doesn't look like it's hanging on a gun. It looks like it's hanging on a crate over the gun.
Okay. Yeah. So the trooper comes up to you and just asks, "What are you doing up here? You know this is unauthorized area, right?"
I have the authorization.
Oh, show it. Come on. Bring it
I
in.
point down to the shuttle in front of ours, and I say, "That's my shuttle."
The shuttle, so not yours.
Not
but-
our shuttle, the shuttle in front of ours. Between, there's 3 of the Lambda class shuttles. I point to the one in
Right.
front of it. I say, that one's ours. Or mine.
So that's your ship.
Yes, it is. And as he does that, I kind of reach into my, very casually, I go over and reach into my jacket pocket and pull out my death stick and offer it to him.
No thanks.
Okay.
You can-
I take it and I light it up and start smoking. I'm providing smoke signals for my team.
If you want to take a smoke break, you're gonna have to do it in the smoke room.
I'm sorry. Okay, I put it out, like, not on my hand. I just did this, but, like, I put it out somewhere that's convenient. And I say, no, you're right, sir. I apologize. It's been a while. Maybe I will go do that. And I grab my coat, but I, like, grab the hood of the coat so it has the rifle in it. And I kind of just, like, grab the coat and, like, walk toward toward the direction that he said was the break room. Which, by the way, is that the way I came or the way he came?
He would have told you, or at least motioned, that the break room is down on the main level.
Okay, so I start walking back the way I came.
That's fine.
And I open the door to, like, go down to the stairwell.
Okay.
And I shut the door behind me, and I stand on the inside of that door.
Okay.
Do you want to cut to other people, or should I keep going?
We can cut to everyone else.
Okay.
So you guys are led into a group of workers. They're busy opening crates and moving them around, loading them onto forklifts, shrink wrap, all that fun stuff that happens on loading docks. And one of them is a particularly short fella. He's not large or built in any way. He's short, but you can tell he is pretty defined. And he's barking orders at everyone and saying, "No, move that over there," and other things like that. And the guy that's leading you over, he says, "Zach, got some potential workers for you. It's like, just in time. We got a big shipment coming in. All right, what's your experience level? He's looking at the three of you.
And
Novice.
that's all. That's all Zabo says.
But we're strong.
And very capable.
I guess that's the best kind. Can you take orders?
Yes, sir.
But of course, that's what we're here for.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
I and then
That
Zabo,
guy, you pause, and the guy that led you over, he kind of taps Zach on the shoulder and says, "That one thinks he can probably take care of Raph for you."
yes, that's what I meant, sir.
Zach is intrigued. He says, "Really? Wouldn't take too much to take care of that guy anyway. He's pansy, really." And he looks a little uncomfortable as he's saying this. Let's see. Is there anything that we can have you roll? Can we do? Let's see. Would that be perception? Maybe. Yeah. Roll a perception check.
Who's rolling?
Zebu.
Who?
Yes.
Who's that? Who's
Like,
Zebu?
Come on.
Oh, Zabo.
Zebu.
Oh.
That one. What do we got here? Boom. Yeah.
I think I did it.
So you did it quite well. You are able to tell that he's BSing about Raph and that he's a little intimidated by Raph. So
Tell us
Okay.
about it. Say
you saying that to Zach?
yes.
He mostly just bullies his men to do what he wants. Doesn't have any respect like I do, right, men? Yes, sir. Says all his worker guys.
I go, I want to stop that. With
Wow.
this. And I kind of raise my axe. And then I kind of like, wait, I look like I've like rethought it. And then I kind of like lower it a little bit. And I'm like, if I have to. And I kind of just look awkwardly around for a sec.
Zach says, murder is still a crime on this space station.
I don't have to kill him.
Right? That'd probably be best. That way you don't end up in the stockades and then you can come back and do work for me, right?
Yes. Of course.
How do the rest of y'all feel about this?
I think we can help you.
I think we're game.
Well then. Well, Raph works that end of the dock, and he points, and most of his men are over there. So, if you want to do anything, then that's where he's going to be.
Okay.
I turn and I start walking that direction.
Follow.
And then I awkwardly stop and I kind of like feel I feel a little sheepish and I look back towards the rest of the group and I'm just like, should we go this way now? Or do you want to
Well-
work for this man?
I mean, time is kind of the essence. We could put in some work and then go for it. But at the same time, it seems like he's kind of given us permission to head that way on his behalf. So I'd say we could go. Try our luck.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, if you guys are going through, then yeah, you are able to head across the loading bay and dodging forklifts as they whiz past. The drivers don't seem to be paying much attention to anyone else. They're headed where they want to head and aren't paying much mind to the people walking back and forth. So uh, you head off in that direction, and before you see Raph, you probably hear him more than anything yelling orders at his men. And as you start getting closer, then the crowd parts, and you can catch a glimpse of this Zabrak guy, tall, muscular built, and he's barking orders at all of his men. You could assume that that is Raph.
So, from where I'm at, when I shut the door, I like put my scanner goggles back on and face the way I just came, and I'm watching to see if he's moving closer to the door or not.
Do your scanner goggles have X-ray vision?
It's just a life sign sensor,
Okay.
so I'm just looking to see if his life signs are.
They're not moving towards you.
They're just there in the middle of the stupid catwalk.
If you're looking for life signs, his are heading back the way that he came.
Okay, I open the door and I whistle to him, just like an attention whistle, not like a cat call whistle.
Okay. He turns around.
Say, there's a problem with the door. It's not opening. And I'm like kind of pointing down like to the door that's at the bottom. I think the security key's messed up. Can you help me out?
Sure. And he heads over to you.
Okay. I shut the door behind me. Like I just kind of act like I'm walking down the stairs again, but I'm not. Can you describe my climbing gear to me?
Sure. So the climbing gear, it has a belt harness,
Okay.
right?
Sure.
And there's it has some carabiners with it and a length of monofilament rope.
How thick is that rope?
It's probably no thicker than paracord.
How visible is that rope?
It's as thick as paracord, so as thick as paracord would be.
Okay. I imagine there's a railing on the stairwell going down?
Yeah.
Okay. There at the top of that stairwell, I tie the rope at ankle level from the railing to the wall, and I stand at the bottom of that staircase. Like, if the stairs are going, like, this way and this way and this way and this way, I, like, put it here and then stand here.
Okay. And you're just waiting for him to...
Yeah, he's going to come help me with the door.
Sure.
I don't have any rope skills. But I suppose it could be, like, skullduggery if you wanted me to roll something. Or a sabotage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll...
I don't know if there's a sabotage.
Roll skullduggery.
Okay.
And for every point of success, then we'll have the difficulty to spot it increase.
Okay.
For every day one. Okay.
Is that 2?
That's a 1 success.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if the advantage counted toward that.
Advantage. Sure. And we'll do that. Okay. So he opens the door. He's gonna roll a quick perception check.
A Lamau.
He is
Rip.
unsuccessful. Okay. So your intent, if I'm reading this correctly, is to get him to trip over this rope and fall.
That's correct.
Do you wish to murder this man or simply to have him bruise his knees?
I have a knife.
You do. Are you trying to get him to be killed by the fall?
If that happens, then that's easy, and I like that. If it doesn't happen, I have a knife.
Okay. Yeah, he trips and falls over the rope and tumbles down the first flight of stairs, and hits his head against the wall at the bottom of the flight of stairs and is knocked unconscious.
He's knocked unconscious?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Also, Frosty Reaper in the chat had a good question. Apparently, when I rolled the skullduggery check, it came up with 5 dice.
Right.
Shouldn't have that. It also rolled 4 difficulty, which is, I guess, possible.
Did you have?
I just rolled the skullduggery check.
Okay, I think I might have known what happened there. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I'm okay with keeping that result.
Okay.
If you want.
Yes, I'm fine with that result.
So what happens, Frosty Reaper, is that I have a GM dice pool, and those dice were in there, and that's why his dice were too many.
Okay. Cool. All right. So if he's knocked unconscious, then I go over to him, and I kind of like turn over him, and I'm kind of looking around his gear to see if he has anything that might be useful reconnaissance stuff.
Okay. As far as things that might be useful, then you are able to acquire his basic Navy Trooper's identification card and access card.
Does it have like a picture, or is it just an ID card?
No, it's just it's a blank white card that he goes against the card reader with, and that gives him access. It will provide a profile of him to the computer.
Sure, but
Like,
it's
it's
not
coded
like I show a picture to someone else
Right.
and say, "I'm this guy, trust me." Okay, good. Does he have any like comm links that are tuned to Imperial channels?
Yes.
Okay, I take one of those.
Okay.
And then I put on my jacket and grab my gun. And did he have any? Well, never mind. I guess I have the ID card. I go ahead and grab my climbing gear that I had tied up, and I ravel it back up and put it back away. And then I walk back out onto the catwalk. This time more confident.
Sure you
So-
are.
You just leave the body there?
Where else am I gonna put it?
Unconscious body.
Yeah, he's unconscious. He fell down the stairs. How am I supposed to know? I was just on watch over there.
And now he wakes up and the stuff is gone.
No, just his comm link.
Yeah,
His
you
ID
didn't
card.
take
I took it back to get repaired when I saw him there. It's not a foolproof plan, guys. I never claimed that it was foolproof.
When you get back out onto the catwalk, I assume you want to try to locate your team again.
I do, yes.
It might take you a little bit, but you are able to spot them.
And I find them with all the black spot people, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The black spot gang.
Yep.
Okay.
The big black.
Yes. On Doc D.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. Cool. That's all.
Alrighty. So back on ground level, you guys approach Raph, and he's barking orders at his men, and sees you approaching and kind of gruffly just barks at you. What do you want?
I like, straighten up, full droid height.
How high is full
No
droid height?
slouching.
Oh,
Were you slouching before? Because droids are kind of droids.
Yeah.
It's a cash droid.
My most, physically tall that I can be. My tippy toes pose. Are you Raph?
Yeah.
We heard you have the best work on this station.
Damn right I do. It's because I'm selective with my workers. I don't just take anyone off the ferries.
We work hard. We're strong.
Okay.
What about us?
What kind of dock experience do you got?
We got none, but we're smart.
We want to be taught by the best.
Well, let's see.
While this is
Besides,
happening,
if you don't want us, we'll go over to that other guy down there. He said he was much better.
Which one?
What was his
Oh,
name?
that Zach guy.
Zach?
hate to let Zach get some more workers. All right. Tell you what, we got word of a pretty big convoy coming in tomorrow. So, you guys work out the rest of the day today, and we can get you some work on that tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sounds pretty agreeable.
Wait, so our job here was to, what was it? It was to like,
Your intended goal of talking with this guy initially was to bring him a message from the governor saying, "Hey, stop causing trouble." And then you went and talked to Zach and convinced him to allow you to go beat up Raph. And now he's offered you guys a job, and you're taking it.
how many?
We're desperate college kids, man.
Yeah.
It's a big convoy.
Yes.
Hmm.
We don't have much information on what's on the convoy yet, but
Yeah.
rumors are going around that it's a big one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dial out mission back one layer. Maybe to the other mission. You know.
It's just like
the
Inception for
rebellion.
goals. Oh, that's right. We're for the rebellion. I almost forgot.
Whoa.
Like, wait, this isn't Dock Simulator 2015?
How many dock workers are around RAF right now?
At the moment, probably at least a dozen.
Okay.
Picking a fight here would not be wise.
Yes.
Many
Probably
of them are holding large wrenches.
We're still standing in front of him.
Okay.
Are we?
Yes.
You guys tell me.
I want to lean in real close to him, you know, give him a scrutinizing look, and ask him.
Droid eyes.
Yeah, I've got one question though, Raph.
Frosty Reaper says you should seduce him.
I
Well,
got
Vivo
some
may
chat.
have his charms, but
He's one of
People like
those robots.
he doesn't like all that
But
skin.
are you fully
He
functional?
doesn't like all that skin.
Gonna have to get rid of the skin.
Are you like Data and fully functional in all ways?
Dude.
Oh no.
Nice.
Look how that worked out for him.
I mean, one or two, you know, one or two.
Anyway.
You were saying.
So Zabo like kind of like he kind of taps Bebo and Eos on the shoulders and he's kind of like, can I talk to you for a second over there? And I guess he'd walk a couple like about 5 or 6 feet away.
Sure.
Okay.
Give us a minute, Raph.
When
Let
I
me consult with my colleagues.
when I see them all like kind of back away from the guy, I kind of figure that guy must be a Wrath. Is there any sort of thing I can see from my vantage point that would give me a tactical advantage when I rejoin my party? Like any knowledge about the area or the people that are there? Are there any big red explosive barrels in the area? Anything like that?
I mean, I could communicate to him that it was Raph, right?
there
with
are
public-
no
You could.
red explosive barrels.
Okay.
No. But if you want to be able to rejoin your party on the down low, then you could probably take a look at what kinds of cover is available and do that without much of a problem.
Okay, I'd love to do that. I'd love to figure out a vantage point closer to the area. In my
Okay.
mind, this is a pretty far distance away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to...
Like if we're using the range bands again, then this would probably be extreme.
Okay. That makes
maybe
sense.
maybe long range, maybe.
Yeah, either way. Not a shot I am super stoked to take.
Right.
So, okay. So I get on comms with Bebo since he can Bebo telepathically. And I say, Bebo, this is Lark. I'm assuming that's Raph.
Correct.
Okay.
We've located Raph.
Thank you. I have a slight problem here. It's going to take me a minute to get down there. But can I relay some information to him about a tactical position to be in? Like
Sure.
it looks like if you, it looks like if things go south there, you could probably head over here, and that might be a good place to hold out.
Yeah. You can relay a good fallback position. to him.
I will relay to him that if things get hairy down there, or if things get skinny and fleshy, then then you can go ahead and fall back about, let's say, 20 meters to your right. There's a room that's made of blast-proof steel from a cargo container, and that might be a good place to make a stand. It looks like it's got some small viewports out of it. It was like a vented one. Looks like it might be a good place to stage a shootout if you
Okay.
need to. Not that that's the goal, but
Do you want to take our last break here, Matt?
yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll take 5 minutes. We'll be back at 8:25, and then we will finish it off. Thanks for watching, guys.